The Secrets to Building Magnetic Attraction, written and published by Olivia Grace from Attraction Unlocked. Attraction is one of the most powerful forces in our lives. It's the spark that lights relationships, the energy that draws people together, and the key to unlocking fulfilling connections. But here's the thing. Attraction isn't just about looks or luck. It's a skill, an energy you can cultivate and master. Imagine walking into any room and effortlessly catching someone's attention. Imagine showing up to a date feeling completely at ease, radiating confidence and authenticity. That's the power of attraction, and it's within your reach. In this audiobook, we're going to dive deep into what makes someone truly magnetic. It's not about following one-size-fits-all advice or trying to be someone you're not. Instead, it's about discovering the traits and behaviors that naturally make you irresistible. You'll learn how to embrace your unique qualities, master the art of communication, and build unshakable confidence. By the end of this journey, you won't just attract others. You'll attract the right people into your life while feeling empowered and true to yourself. Now, think about this. Studies show that people form first impressions in just 7 seconds. 7 seconds. That means every gesture, glance, or word you use counts. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. You don't need to be the loudest person in the room or have movie star looks to make an unforgettable impression. Attraction is about energy, authenticity, and knowing how to highlight your strengths. This audiobook will show you how to use these tools effectively, whether you're navigating a first date, reigniting a spark in your relationship, or simply gaining the confidence to approach someone new. Let me tell you a quick story. There was a woman, let's call her Sarah, who felt invisible in her dating life. She was smart, funny, and caring, but she lacked confidence. She believed that attraction was something other people naturally had, not something she could cultivate. But when she started focusing on her mindset, her body language, and the way she communicated, everything changed. She stopped worrying about trying to impress and started owning her space. People noticed, and suddenly, Sarah became magnetic, not because she changed who she was, but because she learned how to highlight what made her unique. This transformation is possible for you too, and it starts here. Throughout this audiobook, we'll explore the secrets of attraction step by step. From decoding the subtle cues of body language to mastering playful flirting, from building emotional intelligence to maintaining long-term chemistry, every chapter is designed to help you unlock your full potential. By the end, you'll have not only a deeper understanding of attraction but also practical tools you can use to create real, lasting connections. So, if you've ever wondered what it takes to be truly magnetic, you're in the right place. Let's embark on this journey together and uncover the secrets to attraction that will transform not just your dating life but your entire perspective on relationships. Get ready, you're about to shine. Chapter 1. Understanding what makes you attractive. Attraction is often misunderstood. Many people believe it's purely about physical appearance, like having the perfect body, flawless skin, or a stunning smile. But the truth is, attraction runs much deeper than surface-level qualities. While physical traits can catch someone's eye, what keeps their interest and draws them closer is something much more profound. Attraction is about energy. It's the way you carry yourself, the way you make others feel, and how authentically you show up in the world. Think about the people who stand out to you. It's rarely just their looks, right? It's their confidence, their charisma, their ability to connect. They have a presence that makes you want to know more about them. That's because attraction is multidimensional. It's a mix of emotional, intellectual, and physical elements working together to create something irresistible. And the best part? You don't need to be born with it. You can cultivate it by tapping into what already makes you unique. One of the biggest myths about attraction is that it requires pretending to be someone you're not. This couldn't be further from the truth. Authenticity is your most powerful asset when it comes to attracting others. Why? Because people are drawn to those who are genuine. When you're authentic, you exude confidence without even trying. You show the world that you're comfortable in your own skin, and that kind of energy is magnetic. On the flip side, trying to be someone you're not creates tension and discomfort, which others can sense. It's exhausting, and it never feels right because it isn't. Authenticity also allows you to form deeper, more meaningful connections. When you're true to yourself, you attract people who appreciate you for who you are, not for the mask you're wearing. This doesn't mean you have to bare your soul to everyone you meet, but it does mean showing up as the best version of yourself, flaws and all. People value realness. They want to connect with someone who is relatable, not someone who seems perfect and unattainable. By embracing your quirks and imperfections, you create space for others to do the same, which builds trust and intimacy. Take a moment to think about the times in your life when you felt truly magnetic. Maybe it was during a conversation where everything seemed to flow effortlessly, or when you were doing something you love and felt completely in your element. What made those moments special? Chances are, you weren't trying to impress anyone. You were simply being yourself, fully present and engaged. That's the power of authenticity at work. When you align with who you are, you radiate confidence and attract people who resonate with your energy. Let's make this more actionable. Reflect on a specific moment when you felt undeniably attractive, not necessarily in a romantic sense, but in a way that made you feel noticed and appreciated. What were you doing? How did you feel? Was it your enthusiasm for a topic? Your sense of humor? Your kindness? Write these moments down. These are your attraction strengths, the qualities that make you unique and irresistible. By recognizing and embracing them, you can amplify your natural magnetism. Now, let's address another important aspect of attraction: the energy you bring into a space. Have you ever noticed how some people light up a room the moment they walk in? It's not about their looks, it's about their vibe. They're approachable, positive, and engaged with the world around them. This energy comes from self-assurance and a willingness to connect with others. You can cultivate this by being intentional about the energy you bring. Practice being present in your interactions, showing genuine interest in others, and carrying yourself with a sense of purpose. Here's a simple exercise to try. The next time you're in a social setting, whether it's a date, a party, or even a casual coffee shop, focus on your posture and presence. Stand tall, make eye contact, and smile. These small actions convey confidence and openness. Notice how people respond to you differently when you project this energy. You might be surprised at how quickly others pick up on it and are drawn to you. Another key element of attraction is your ability to connect on an emotional level. People want to feel seen, heard, and understood. When you show genuine curiosity about someone's thoughts and feelings, it creates a bond that goes beyond physical attraction. This is where emotional intelligence comes into play. Listening actively, responding thoughtfully, and being empathetic are all skills that enhance your attractiveness. They show that you care, and that's a quality everyone values. As you explore what makes you attractive, remember that it's not about achieving perfection, it's about progress. No one is confident and magnetic all the time, and that's okay. The goal is to build habits and mindsets that make you feel more aligned with your authentic self. Over time, these small shifts will create a big impact, helping you become the most attractive version of yourself, not just to others, but to yourself as well. Attraction isn't something you acquire from the outside, it's something you cultivate from within. It's about recognizing your strengths, owning your story, and sharing your energy with the world. When you understand and embrace what makes you attractive, you step into a version of yourself that is confident, connected, and irresistibly magnetic. This is your foundation for building meaningful, lasting relationships. And it all starts with being unapologetically you. Chapter 2. Cultivating unshakable confidence. Confidence is often misunderstood. Many people think it's about always having the right answers, never making mistakes, or being the most impressive person in the room. But that's not confidence, that's perfectionism, and perfectionism is an exhausting illusion. True confidence is something much deeper and more sustainable. It's not about being perfect, it's about being at peace with who you are. It's self-acceptance. It's the ability to show up as yourself, flaws and all, and know that you are enough. When you operate from this place of inner calm and assurance, you become magnetic. Think about someone you know who radiates confidence. Chances are, it's not because they're flawless or have everything figured out. It's because they're comfortable in their own skin. They embrace their strengths and acknowledge their imperfections without apology. This self-assuredness is what makes them so compelling. And here's the good news. Confidence isn't something you're born with or without. It's a skill you can develop, one small step at a time. Building confidence starts with your mindset. How you talk to yourself matters more than you might think. Negative self-talk, the little voice in your head that criticizes, doubts, and belittles you, can erode your confidence over time. The good news is, you can replace that voice with one that uplifts and supports you. Affirmations are a powerful tool for rewiring your inner dialogue. These are short, positive statements you repeat to yourself daily, like, I am worthy of love and respect, or, I bring value to every interaction. At first, it might feel silly or forced, but over time, affirmations work to shift your internal narrative. What you tell yourself repeatedly becomes what you believe, and what you believe shapes how you show up in the world. Mindset shifts are another cornerstone of confidence. One key shift is learning to reframe failure. Many people fear failure because they see it as a reflection of their worth. But failure is simply feedback. It's an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. When you view setbacks as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks, you free yourself from the fear of trying. Confidence doesn't mean you never fail. It means you don't let failure define you. Instead, you keep going, knowing that every misstep brings you closer to success. Confidence also grows through action. Small daily wins are like building blocks for a stronger sense of self. Set yourself up for success by taking small, manageable steps outside your comfort zone. It could be as simple as striking up a conversation with a stranger, trying a new activity, or saying, yes, to an opportunity you'd normally shy away from. Each time you take action, you prove to yourself that you're capable. These little victories add up over time, creating a solid foundation of confidence. One of the quickest ways to boost your confidence is through body language. The way you carry yourself not only affects how others perceive you but also how you feel about yourself. Research shows that adopting confident body language can actually trick your brain into feeling more self-assured. Start by focusing on your posture. Stand tall with your shoulders back and your chest open. Avoid crossing your arms, which can make you appear closed off. Instead, keep your hands relaxed at your sides or use them to gesture naturally when you speak. Eye contact is another powerful tool. Looking someone in the eye conveys both confidence and respect. If you struggle with this, practice holding eye contact for a few seconds at a time. It will feel more natural with practice. Smiling is another deceptively simple confidence booster. Even if you don't feel particularly confident in the moment, a genuine smile can help shift your mindset and create a positive impression. Smiling releases feel-good chemicals in your brain, like dopamine and serotonin, which can instantly lift your mood. It also makes you more approachable, which is a key part of building connections. When you combine confident body language with a strong mindset, you create a powerful feedback loop. The more confident you act, the more confident you feel, and the more confident you feel, the more natural it becomes to act confidently. This upward spiral is the essence of cultivating unshakable confidence. Let's not forget the importance of self-care in this process. Taking care of yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally, is a non-negotiable part of building confidence. When you prioritize your well-being, you send yourself a message that you are worthy of care and attention. This can be as simple as eating nourishing foods, getting enough sleep, and staying active. It also means setting boundaries, saying no when you need to, and surrounding yourself with people who uplift and support you. Confidence thrives in an environment of self-respect and self-love. Another tip for cultivating confidence is to focus on your strengths. Too often, we get caught up in what we perceive as our shortcomings, forgetting to celebrate what makes us great. Take some time to identify your unique talents, skills, and qualities. Write them down and revisit the list whenever you need a confidence boost. Recognizing and embracing your strengths not only makes you feel more capable but also helps you project that assurance to others. Confidence isn't about never feeling doubt or fear. It's about moving forward despite those feelings. It's about choosing to believe in yourself, even when it's hard. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and the more it will permeate every area of your life. Whether you're navigating a first date, speaking up in a meeting, or pursuing a personal goal, confidence is the key that unlocks your potential. By embracing self-acceptance, shifting your mindset, and taking intentional actions, you can cultivate unshakable confidence. This isn't about becoming someone you're not, it's about uncovering and amplifying the best version of yourself. Confidence is not a destination, it's a journey. And every step you take brings you closer to the magnetic, self-assured person you're meant to be. Chapter 3. The Secrets of Body Language. Body language is a universal language that speaks louder than words. Without even realizing it, your posture, gestures, and movements are constantly sending messages to the people around you. The way you carry yourself can either invite connection or create distance. In the realm of attraction, understanding and mastering your body language can be one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. It's not about faking confidence or acting in a way that feels unnatural. It's about aligning your external cues with the energy you want to project. When it comes to body language, one of the most significant elements is posture. Think about the difference between someone who slouches, avoids eye contact, and folds in on themselves versus someone who stands tall with their shoulders back and their head held high. The first person might appear nervous, uninterested, or lacking confidence, while the second exudes self-assurance and openness. Posture communicates a lot before you even say a word. The good news is, improving your posture is something you can practice every day. Start by checking in with your body. Are your shoulders hunched forward? Is your chest caving in? If so, take a deep breath, roll your shoulders back, and imagine a string gently pulling you upward from the crown of your head. This small adjustment can instantly make you look and feel more confident. Gestures are another critical aspect of body language. They can make you seem approachable or closed off, depending on how you use them. For example, crossing your arms can signal defensiveness or discomfort, while keeping your arms relaxed at your sides shows that you're open and receptive. Likewise, fidgeting can make you seem anxious or distracted, so aim for deliberate, calm movements. Using your hands to gesture naturally as you speak can make you appear more engaged and animated, but be mindful not to overdo it. Striking the right balance is key. Movement plays a big role in how others perceive you. Moving too quickly or nervously can give off an impression of being rushed or uneasy. On the other hand, slow, deliberate movements suggest calmness and control. When you walk, try to maintain a steady pace and keep your steps purposeful. This doesn't mean you have to move in slow motion, just avoid darting around or shuffling your feet. Walk as though you belong wherever you are, and others will believe it too. Eye contact is arguably one of the most powerful components of body language. When you maintain eye contact with someone, it shows that you're confident, engaged, and interested. Too little eye contact can make you seem nervous or disinterested, while too much can feel intense or invasive. The key is finding a balance. Aim to hold eye contact for a few seconds at a time, then glance away briefly before reconnecting. If this feels challenging at first, practice in low-pressure settings, like greeting a cashier or saying hello to a neighbor. Over time, it will become more natural. Open stances are another fundamental element of positive body language. An open stance means that your body is positioned in a way that invites connection. This could mean facing someone directly when you're speaking to them, keeping your arms and legs uncrossed, and leaning slightly forward to show interest. Avoid closing yourself off by turning away or creating physical barriers, like holding a bag or drink in front of your chest. These small adjustments can make a big difference in how approachable you seem. Let's talk about smiling. A genuine smile is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to convey warmth and friendliness. It puts others at ease and makes you seem more inviting. Smiling also has the added benefit of boosting your mood. It's hard to feel down when you're smiling. That said, authenticity is key. A forced or fake smile can come across as insincere, so focus on moments that genuinely make you feel happy or amused. Let your smile come naturally, and it will radiate positivity. Now that you understand the basics, it's time to put these principles into practice. One effective exercise is to practice in front of a mirror. Take a few minutes each day to observe your posture, gestures, and facial expressions. Pay attention to how you stand, where your hands rest, and what your face communicates. Make small adjustments until your body language feels natural and confident. This might feel a bit awkward at first, but it's a powerful way to become more aware of how you present yourself. Another practical exercise is to film yourself during a conversation or presentation. Watching yourself on video can reveal subtle habits you might not be aware of, like fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, or speaking with a monotone voice. Once you identify these habits, you can work on replacing them with more confident behaviors. For example, if you notice that you tend to look down when speaking, practice holding eye contact while delivering your thoughts. If you find that you fidget with your hands, try holding a pen or resting your hands on a surface to keep them still. One of the best ways to refine your body language is through real-world practice. Start by observing others. Pay attention to the body language of people who seem confident and charismatic. What are they doing differently? How do they carry themselves? You don't need to mimic them exactly, but you can draw inspiration from their behaviors and adapt them to fit your own style. Then, experiment with these techniques in your daily interactions. Notice how people respond when you make small changes, like maintaining eye contact, smiling, or standing a little taller. Body language isn't just about how others perceive you, it also affects how you perceive yourself. Adopting confident body language can create a feedback loop that reinforces your confidence from the inside out. When you stand tall, make eye contact, and smile, your brain interprets these actions as signs that you're feeling good about yourself. This, in turn, boosts your mood and self-assurance, creating a positive cycle. As you master the art of body language, remember that it's not about perfection. No one has flawless posture or gestures all the time, and that's okay. The goal is to become more intentional about how you present yourself and to align your body language with the energy you want to project. With practice, these behaviors will become second nature, and you'll start to notice how much more confident and magnetic you feel. Body language is a silent yet powerful way to communicate confidence and openness. By refining your posture, gestures, and movements, you can transform the way others perceive you, and the way you perceive yourself. These small shifts have a ripple effect, enhancing not only your interactions but also your overall sense of self-assurance. The secrets of body language are no longer a mystery. They're tools you can use every day to step into your most confident, attractive self. Chapter 4. Mastering Flirting and Playful Banter. Flirting is an art, but it's often misunderstood as something awkward, overly bold, or only for the extroverted. In reality, flirting is a natural, playful way to create a spark and show someone you're interested. It doesn't have to be high pressure or over the top. In fact, the best flirting feels effortless, like a fun game where both people get to enjoy each other's company. The key is to approach it with the right mindset. Flirting isn't about proving your worth or winning someone over. It's about enjoying the moment, being curious, and letting your personality shine. One of the biggest hurdles to flirting is overthinking it. People often worry about saying the right thing or fear coming across as silly or awkward. But here's the truth: the most effective flirting isn't about perfection. It's about authenticity and a sense of playfulness. Flirting is meant to be lighthearted and fun, not a rigid performance. The moment you let go of the need to impress and instead focus on having a good time, flirting becomes so much easier, and so much more enjoyable. When it comes to verbal flirting, the simplest tools can be the most effective. Compliments, for instance, are a fantastic way to open the door to connection. A well-placed, genuine compliment shows you've noticed something special about the other person, whether it's their style, their laugh, or the way they carry themselves. The key is to keep it specific and authentic. "You have such a great sense of humor," or "I love how confident you are when you talk about things you're passionate about," feels much more meaningful than a generic, "You're hot." Compliments like these not only show interest but also invite deeper conversation. Teasing is another powerful tool for playful banter. A little light, good-natured teasing creates a sense of intimacy and builds rapport. For example, if someone mentions they love coffee, you might say with a grin, "Ah, so you're one of those people who can't function without caffeine? Should I be worried about you pre-coffee?" The key here is to keep it friendly and avoid anything that could come across as mean-spirited. Teasing works best when it's clear you're joking and when the other person can easily laugh along with you. It's about creating a shared moment of fun, not putting anyone on the spot. Flirting isn't just about what you say. Your body language plays a huge role in creating chemistry. Nonverbal cues like smiling, making eye contact, and leaning in slightly can all convey interest and openness. Light touches, like brushing someone's arm during a laugh or lightly tapping their hand to emphasize a point, can also be incredibly effective, as long as they feel natural and are well received. The key is to be mindful of boundaries and gauge the other person's comfort level. If they respond positively, it's a good sign you're on the right track. Let's look at how flirting plays out in different scenarios. On a first date, for instance, flirting is a great way to break the ice and ease into a more relaxed vibe. Start with small gestures, like a warm smile or a playful comment about something in your surroundings. For example, if you're at a coffee shop, you might say, "I feel like the barista gave you the better-looking latte. Clearly, you're the favorite." It's light, it's funny, and it gives the other person an easy opportunity to join in the fun. In group settings, flirting can be a bit trickier but just as effective. If you're interested in someone, find subtle ways to direct your attention toward them, like laughing at their jokes or asking follow-up questions about what they're saying. You can also use playful banter to draw them into the conversation. For instance, if they mention a favorite hobby, you could jokingly say, "Oh, so you're a pro at this? I might need lessons." This approach lets you stand out without putting them, or yourself, on the spot. Flirting over text is another skill worth mastering. Texting gives you the chance to craft your words more carefully, but it also has its challenges since tone and body language don't come through. A good rule of thumb is to keep texts light and playful while showing genuine interest. Use humor, emojis, or playful challenges to keep the energy fun. For example, if they mention they're great at a certain skill, you might reply with, "Okay, I'm going to need proof. When's the demonstration?" This keeps the conversation engaging and leaves room for their personality to shine through. There's also the art of recognizing and responding to someone else's flirting. When someone teases you or gives you a compliment, respond with warmth and playfulness. If they say something like, "Wow, you're really good at this," you might reply with a grin, "I'm glad someone's finally noticing." The key is to keep the energy flowing naturally and not to overanalyze. Flirting is a two-way street, and responding playfully shows that you're open and enjoying the interaction. One important thing to remember about flirting is that it's not about manipulation or games. It's about creating connection. The best flirting feels mutual and leaves both people feeling good about the exchange. If at any point the interaction feels forced or uncomfortable, it's okay to pull back. Flirting works best when it's built on mutual interest and respect, so pay attention to the other person's cues and adjust accordingly. If you're not sure where to start with flirting, practice makes perfect. Start small, with low-pressure interactions, like joking with a barista or making a playful comment to a coworker. Over time, you'll become more comfortable with playful banter and find your own style of flirting that feels authentic to you. Remember, the goal isn't to impress everyone, it's to connect with the right people in a way that feels fun and natural. Flirting is an essential part of building attraction, but it doesn't have to be stressful or intimidating. When you approach it as a game of light-hearted curiosity and play, it becomes something you look forward to rather than dread. By combining genuine compliments, playful teasing, and confident body language, you can master the art of flirting and create meaningful sparks with ease. Whether you're on a first date, texting someone new, or navigating a group setting, these techniques will help you show your interest in a way that's fun, engaging, and uniquely you. And most importantly, they'll remind you that flirting isn't just about impressing someone else. It's about enjoying yourself in the process. Chapter 5. Emotional Intelligence in Dating. Emotional intelligence, or A, is one of the most underrated yet essential skills in the world of dating. It's the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions while also being able to tune into and empathize with the emotions of others. In a dating context, this can make the difference between shallow connections and deep, meaningful relationships. A is what allows you to navigate the complexities of dating with grace, authenticity, and insight, creating bonds that go beyond surface-level attraction. At its core, emotional intelligence matters because it fosters understanding and connection. When you can empathize with someone else's feelings and perspectives, you're able to build trust and intimacy. Think about how refreshing it feels when someone truly listens to you or seems to understand what you're feeling without you having to explain every detail. That's the power of emotional intelligence. It creates a sense of being seen and valued, which is the foundation of any great relationship. Developing emotional intelligence starts with self-awareness. Before you can connect with someone else, you need to understand your own emotions. Pay attention to how you feel in different situations, excited, nervous, frustrated, or calm, and ask yourself why you're feeling that way. Recognizing your triggers and patterns allows you to approach dating with a clearer head and a steadier heart. For example, if you notice you tend to feel anxious before a first date, you can address that feeling with calming techniques rather than letting it take over the experience. Active listening is another cornerstone of emotional intelligence. It's not just about hearing the words someone says but truly engaging with their thoughts and feelings. Many people listen to respond, not to understand. They're already formulating their next comment while the other person is still speaking. Active listening flips that dynamic. It means giving the other person your full attention, nodding or offering small affirmations like, "That makes sense," or, "I see what you mean." When someone feels heard, they feel valued, and that sense of value strengthens your connection. Reading emotions is another vital skill. This goes beyond words and taps into nonverbal cues like facial expressions, tone of voice, and body language. For instance, if your date's smile doesn't quite reach their eyes, they might be feeling uneasy or distracted. Or if they're leaning in and maintaining strong eye contact, it's likely they're fully engaged and interested. By being attuned to these subtle signals, you can respond in ways that show you're emotionally present. For example, if you notice your date seems nervous, you might say something to put them at ease, like, "It's okay to be a little nervous. First dates can be awkward, but I'm glad we're here." Managing conflict is another area where emotional intelligence shines. Disagreements and misunderstandings are inevitable in any relationship, but how you handle them makes all the difference. Instead of reacting impulsively or defensively, emotional intelligence allows you to pause, assess the situation, and respond thoughtfully. This might mean taking a moment to calm down before addressing an issue or rephrasing a criticism into a constructive observation. For example, instead of saying, "You're always on your phone," you could say, "I'd love to have more of your attention when we're together. It helps me feel more connected to you." This approach invites dialogue rather than defensiveness, creating an opportunity for growth instead of resentment. Staying calm and empathetic during dates, especially when emotions run high, is another essential skill. Let's say your date shares something personal or emotional. Instead of rushing to fix their problem or offer advice, sometimes the best response is simply, "That sounds really tough. I'm here if you want to talk about it more." Empathy isn't about solving someone else's problems, it's about making them feel understood and supported. By showing that you're emotionally present, you create a safe space where they can open up and be themselves. Practical tips can help you strengthen your emotional intelligence and use it effectively in dating. One useful exercise is to practice mindfulness. This means being fully present in the moment, rather than letting your mind wander to past worries or future anxieties. When you're mindful, you're better able to tune into your date's emotions and respond with authenticity. Before a date, try taking a few deep breaths to center yourself and clear your mind. This simple habit can help you show up more grounded and attuned to the other person. Another tip is to ask open-ended questions that encourage deeper conversation. Instead of sticking to surface-level topics like favorite movies or recent vacations, try questions like, "What's something you're really passionate about?" or "What's been on your mind lately?" These kinds of questions invite your date to share more meaningful insights about themselves, which can help you connect on an emotional level. Journaling is another powerful tool for developing emotional intelligence. After a date, take a few minutes to reflect on what went well, how you felt, and what you learned about the other person. This practice not only helps you process your emotions but also gives you valuable insights into your dating patterns and how you can grow. Finally, remember that emotional intelligence is a journey, not a destination. No one gets it right all the time, and that's okay. The goal isn't to be perfect but to be intentional. Every time you make an effort to listen more actively, empathize more deeply, or manage your emotions more effectively, you're strengthening your emotional intelligence and enhancing your ability to connect with others. In dating, emotional intelligence is the secret ingredient that turns casual encounters into meaningful relationships. It allows you to navigate the highs and lows with grace, communicate with authenticity, and build trust that lasts. By cultivating self-awareness, active listening, empathy, and conflict management skills, you create the foundation for deeper, more fulfilling connections. Emotional intelligence isn't just a tool for dating, it's a skill that enriches every relationship in your life. When you approach dating with emotional intelligence, you're not just showing someone that you care, you're showing them that you truly understand. And that kind of connection is unforgettable. Chapter 6. Attracting the right partner. Attracting the right partner begins with understanding what compatibility truly means. It's not just about shared hobbies or superficial traits. It's about aligning your values, priorities, and long-term goals with someone who complements and supports you. Too often, people enter relationships hoping that love will override fundamental differences. But true compatibility is the foundation for a relationship that can weather life's ups and downs. Knowing what you need in a partner, and what you absolutely can't compromise on, is the first step in attracting someone who's genuinely right for you. Take a moment to reflect on your core values. These are the principles that guide your life, the things that matter most to you. For some, it's family, faith, or personal growth. For others, it might be adventure, creativity, or a commitment to social causes. Identifying your values helps you recognize what you're looking for in a partner. It's also important to define your priorities, what you want your future to look like. Do you see yourself building a family? Traveling the world? Growing a business? Knowing your priorities ensures that you're moving in the same direction as your potential partner, rather than clashing over competing visions of life. Just as important as your values and priorities are your deal breakers. These are the non-negotiables that would make a relationship unsustainable. Maybe it's a lack of respect, dishonesty, or an unwillingness to communicate. While it's normal to compromise in healthy relationships, certain things should never be up for negotiation. Being clear about your deal breakers helps you avoid wasting time on connections that aren't right for you. Once you've defined what compatibility means to you, the next step is to align your energy and mindset to attract the right partner. This begins with a fundamental shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on what you don't want in a relationship, focus on what you do want. When you dwell on negative past experiences or worry about repeating old patterns, you unintentionally carry that energy into your future relationships. Instead, visualize the kind of connection you desire. a partnership based on mutual respect, trust, and love. Imagine how it feels to be with someone who truly understands and values you. This positive focus helps you approach dating with a sense of optimism and possibility. Your actions should also reflect the type of relationship you're trying to attract. If you want a partner who values communication, be open and transparent in your own interactions. If you're looking for someone who prioritizes personal growth, show that you're committed to growing yourself. Like attracts like, and by embodying the qualities you want in a partner, you naturally draw people with similar values and goals into your life. It's also important to cultivate patience during this process. Attracting the right partner doesn't happen overnight, and that's okay. It's better to wait for a connection that feels truly right than to settle for something less out of impatience or fear of being alone. In the meantime, focus on building a life that fulfills and excites you. When you're genuinely happy and confident in yourself, you become even more magnetic to the kind of partner who will complement your life. While you're working on aligning your energy and mindset, it's equally important to recognize and avoid common pitfalls in relationships. One of the biggest pitfalls is ignoring red flags early on. It's easy to overlook signs of incompatibility when you're caught up in the excitement of a new connection, but small issues in the beginning can become major problems later. Pay attention to how the other person communicates, treats others, and handles conflict. Do their actions align with their words? Are they respectful of your boundaries and values? Trust your instincts. If something feels off, don't dismiss it. Another common pitfall is trying to change someone to fit your ideal. While growth and compromise are natural parts of any relationship, trying to mold someone into something they're not is a recipe for frustration and resentment. Instead of focusing on their potential, focus on who they are right now. Do you genuinely accept them as they are? If not, it might be a sign that the relationship isn't a good fit. Toxic relationships are another trap to avoid. These are relationships that drain your energy, erode your self-esteem, and make you feel worse instead of better. Toxic behavior can take many forms, from manipulation and control to constant criticism and lack of support. If you notice these patterns, it's essential to address them early and, if necessary, walk away. No matter how strong the initial attraction, a toxic relationship will never bring the happiness and fulfillment you deserve. One way to avoid falling into unhealthy patterns is to set clear boundaries and stick to them. Boundaries aren't about controlling the other person. They're about protecting your own well-being. For example, if you value honesty, make it clear that dishonesty is unacceptable. If you need time and space to recharge, communicate that. Healthy boundaries create a framework for mutual respect and ensure that both partners feel valued and secure. Surrounding yourself with supportive friends and mentors can also help you avoid relationship pitfalls. These are the people who have your best interests at heart and can offer perspective when you're too close to a situation to see it clearly. They can help you identify red flags, provide encouragement, and remind you of your worth when doubts creep in. Attracting the right partner isn't just about finding someone who checks all the boxes. It's about creating a connection that feels aligned and supportive. When you take the time to define compatibility, align your energy and actions, and stay mindful of potential pitfalls, you set yourself up for a relationship that truly enhances your life. The process requires patience, self-awareness, and a willingness to let go of anything that doesn't serve your highest good. But when you finally meet someone who aligns with your values, priorities, and vision for the future, the effort will be more than worth it. Chapter 7. Maintaining long-term attraction. Attraction at the beginning of a relationship often feels effortless. The excitement of getting to know someone new, the chemistry, and the shared novelty create a natural spark that can feel electric. But as time goes on, the dynamic shifts. Routine replaces novelty, and life's responsibilities can dull the initial excitement. Maintaining long-term attraction requires intentional effort. It's about turning that spark into a steady flame that continues to burn brightly over time. Sustaining attraction isn't about trying to recreate the honeymoon phase. It's about deepening the connection in ways that keep the relationship fulfilling and exciting. One of the most effective ways to nurture attraction is to prioritize quality time together. This doesn't just mean sitting in the same room while scrolling through your phones. It means actively engaging with one another. Whether it's having meaningful conversations, going on new adventures, or simply enjoying a shared hobby, spending focused time together strengthens the bond between you. When you make each other a priority, it reminds you both of why the connection matters. Another key to maintaining attraction is keeping curiosity alive. In the early stages of a relationship, everything about the other person feels new and intriguing. Over time, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you know everything about your partner, but the truth is, people are always evolving. Take the time to ask thoughtful questions and show genuine interest in their dreams, challenges, and daily experiences. When you approach your partner with curiosity, it signals that you value their inner world, which deepens intimacy and keeps the relationship fresh. Physical affection is another important element of long-term attraction. Over time, busy schedules and stress can lead to a decrease in physical connection, but touch is a powerful way to maintain intimacy. Small gestures like holding hands, hugging, or cuddling can make a big difference in keeping the connection strong. Physical affection doesn't have to be grand or elaborate. It's the simple, consistent moments that remind you of your bond. Shared growth is another pillar of sustaining attraction over time. Relationships thrive when both partners are committed to growing individually and together. This means supporting each other's goals, celebrating successes, and being there during setbacks. It also means creating shared goals that give you something to work toward as a team. This could be anything from planning a dream vacation to starting a new project or simply improving communication within the relationship. Shared goals create a sense of partnership and purpose, reminding both of you that you're building something meaningful together. Mutual respect is the foundation of shared growth. Respect means valuing each other's perspectives, even when you don't agree. It means recognizing your partner's strengths and appreciating their unique qualities. When respect is present, both partners feel seen and valued, which strengthens the bond and creates a positive environment for attraction to flourish. Of course, no relationship is without its challenges. Disagreements, misunderstandings, and external stressors are inevitable, but how you handle these moments can make or break long-term attraction. One of the most effective strategies is to approach challenges with a problem-solving mindset rather than a blame game. Instead of pointing fingers, focus on finding solutions together. For example, if one partner feels like they're doing more than their share of household responsibilities, the conversation should focus on how to redistribute tasks in a way that feels fair to both, rather than criticizing the other person's efforts. Another important strategy is learning how to repair after conflict. Arguments are bound to happen, but what matters most is how you reconnect afterward. This might mean apologizing sincerely, expressing forgiveness, or simply acknowledging each other's feelings. Repairing after conflict demonstrates that the relationship is more important than being right, which reinforces trust and strengthens the bond. Patience and empathy are essential in handling challenges. It's easy to get frustrated or defensive when things aren't going smoothly, but taking a step back to understand your partner's perspective can go a long way. Empathy doesn't mean agreeing with everything your partner says or does. It means showing that you care about how they feel. When both partners approach each other with empathy, it creates a safe space where challenges can be addressed without fear of judgment or rejection. Maintaining attraction also requires keeping the romance alive. Romance doesn't have to be extravagant or expensive. It's about creating moments that show your partner they're special. This could be as simple as leaving a thoughtful note, planning a surprise date, or taking time to reminisce about your favorite memories together. Small gestures of love and appreciation help keep the emotional connection strong, even during busy or stressful times. Another way to sustain attraction is to maintain a sense of individuality within the relationship. While it's important to share your life with your partner, it's equally important to have your own interests, passions, and friendships. When both partners maintain a sense of independence, it prevents the relationship from becoming overly dependent or stagnant. Plus, Having your own hobbies and experiences gives you more to share and discuss with each other, which keeps the connection dynamic and interesting. Laughter is another underrated but powerful tool for maintaining long-term attraction. Life can be serious, but sharing humor and finding joy in everyday moments helps keep the relationship light and enjoyable. Whether it's watching a funny movie, teasing each other playfully, or recalling an inside joke, laughter creates a sense of closeness and reminds you both to enjoy the journey together. Ultimately, maintaining long-term attraction is about being intentional. It's about choosing each other every day, even when life gets busy or complicated. It's about showing up for your partner in ways that make them feel loved, valued, and appreciated. It's about continuing to invest in the relationship, knowing that the effort you put in will be reflected in the strength of your bond. Attraction doesn't fade because of time, it fades when it's taken for granted. By nurturing the connection, growing together, and handling challenges with care, you can create a relationship that stays vibrant and fulfilling for years to come. Long-term attraction isn't about perfection, it's about commitment, effort, and the willingness to keep rediscovering each other along the way. When you approach your relationship with this mindset, the spark you started with has the potential to grow into something even more powerful. A connection that's enduring, dynamic, and deeply rewarding. Chapter 8. The role of self-love in attraction. Self-love is often misunderstood as being selfish or self-indulgent, but in reality, it's the foundation for every meaningful relationship in your life, including the one you have with yourself. When you cultivate self-love, you radiate a kind of confidence and inner peace that naturally draws others toward you. Attraction isn't just about how you look or how well you can flirt, it's about the energy you project. And that energy begins with how you treat yourself. Confidence doesn't come from external validation, it starts with how you see and value yourself. When you love and accept yourself, you stop seeking approval from others to feel worthy. You begin to show up as your authentic self, knowing that you are enough just as you are. This kind of self-assurance is incredibly magnetic because it signals to others that you're comfortable in your own skin. People are naturally drawn to those who exude self-confidence and self-respect, and these qualities come from a deep well of self-love. Think about it. How can you expect someone else to love and respect you if you don't first love and respect yourself? The way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. When you prioritize your needs, speak kindly to yourself, and honor your boundaries, you send a clear message about what you expect in a relationship. This isn't about being demanding or inflexible, it's about recognizing your worth and refusing to settle for anything less than what aligns with your values. Cultivating self-love is a daily practice, not a one-time achievement. One of the most powerful ways to build self-love is through gratitude. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on what you appreciate about yourself. It could be your resilience, your sense of humor, or your ability to care for others. Writing these things down reinforces positive thoughts about yourself and shifts your focus from self-criticism to self-acknowledgement. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating external circumstances, it's about recognizing the strengths and qualities that make you unique. Self-care is another cornerstone of self-love. It's not just about spa days or bubble baths, though those can certainly be part of it. Self-care means taking intentional steps to nurture your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. This might include eating nourishing foods, getting enough rest, setting aside time for hobbies, or seeking professional help when you need it. It's about listening to your body and mind and giving yourself what you need to thrive. When you make self-care a priority, you signal to yourself and others that your well-being matters. Celebrating small wins is an often overlooked aspect of self-love. In a world that constantly pushes us to achieve more, it's easy to dismiss the small victories as insignificant. But every step forward, no matter how small, deserves recognition. Did you handle a tough conversation with grace? Celebrate that. Did you stick to a new habit for a week? Acknowledge it. These moments of self-celebration reinforce the belief that you are capable and worthy, which boosts your confidence and reinforces your self-worth. When you consistently practice self-love, the ripple effect is undeniable. Your relationship with yourself sets the tone for every other relationship in your life. When you treat yourself with kindness and respect, others are inspired to do the same. Your energy becomes a magnet for positive connections because people are drawn to those who radiate self-assurance and authenticity. Self-love isn't about being perfect. It's about embracing who you are, flaws and all, and showing up in the world unapologetically. This ripple effect extends to how you attract romantic partners. When you love yourself, you stop chasing after people who don't value you or trying to fit into molds that don't feel right. Instead, you attract partners who appreciate you for who you truly are. Self-love creates a kind of unshakable confidence that allows you to set healthy boundaries, communicate your needs, and choose partners who align with your values and vision for the future. It's important to recognize that self-love isn't a destination, it's a journey. There will be days when self-doubt creeps in or when you feel like you've fallen short. That's okay. The key is to meet yourself with compassion in those moments. Instead of beating yourself up, ask yourself what you need to feel supported and cared for. Self-love isn't about never feeling insecure or uncertain, it's about how you respond to those feelings when they arise. If you're not sure where to start with self-love, begin by treating yourself the way you would treat a close friend. Would you criticize your friend for making a mistake, or would you encourage them and remind them of their strengths? Apply that same kindness to yourself. Speak to yourself with words of encouragement and affirmation. Remind yourself that you're a work in progress, just like everyone else, and that growth is part of the journey. Another powerful practice is visualization. Imagine the version of yourself who is deeply in love with who they are. How do they walk, talk, and interact with the world? What choices do they make? Spend a few minutes each day visualizing this version of yourself and start aligning your actions with that vision. This practice helps you embody self-love in your daily life and brings you closer to becoming the person you want to be. As you build self-love, you'll notice how it transforms your interactions with others. You'll approach relationships from a place of abundance rather than lack. Instead of looking for someone to complete you, you'll seek a partner who complements the full, confident person you already are. You'll find it easier to let go of connections that don't serve you, knowing that your worth isn't tied to someone else's approval. Self-love also helps you navigate challenges in relationships with greater ease. When you have a strong foundation of self-worth, you're less likely to take things personally or react defensively. Instead, you can approach conflicts with clarity and compassion, knowing that your value isn't up for debate. This makes you a more grounded and emotionally resilient partner, which in turn strengthens the bond with your significant other. In the end, self-love is the most important relationship you'll ever have. It's the foundation for confidence, resilience, and the ability to create meaningful connections. When you prioritize self-love, you become the best version of yourself, not just for your own sake but for the people you care about. The ripple effect of self-love is transformative, touching every area of your life and making you magnetic to the right kinds of relationships. Attraction starts from within. By cultivating gratitude, practicing self-care, celebrating your wins, and embracing your authentic self, you lay the groundwork for a life filled with love, connection, and joy. Self-love isn't just a gift to yourself. It's a gift to everyone who has the privilege of knowing you. When you truly love and accept yourself, you create a space where love can flourish, both within and around you. As we bring this journey to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the powerful lessons we've explored together. Confidence isn't about perfection, it's about embracing your authentic self and showing up as the best version of who you are. From understanding what makes you naturally magnetic to mastering the art of flirting, emotional intelligence, and cultivating self-love, you now have a toolbox full of strategies to unlock your potential and shine on every date. These aren't just ideas, they're actionable steps that can transform not only your romantic life but how you feel about yourself every single day. The key takeaway is that confidence and attraction start from within. It's about how you carry yourself, how you treat yourself, and the energy you bring into your relationships. You've learned to align with your values, prioritize emotional connections, and identify the red flags that might hold you back from finding the right partner. You've explored how to sustain attraction over time, build shared growth with your partner, and set healthy boundaries to protect your well-being. Most importantly, you've been reminded that love begins with loving yourself. Now it's time to put everything you've learned into action. Start small. Maybe it's practicing a more confident posture, engaging in playful banter, or setting aside time to reflect on what you truly want in a partner. Choose one thing from this audiobook that resonated with you most and take the first step to implement it today. Progress doesn't happen overnight, but every small effort you make builds momentum. Confidence grows with consistency, and every new habit you create reinforces the belief that you're worthy of love and connection. Remember, dating is a journey, not a destination. There's no timeline, no perfect formula, and no rush. The goal isn't to win at dating or find the ideal partner tomorrow. The goal is to approach this part of your life with curiosity, openness, and a sense of playfulness. With every interaction, every date, and every connection, you're learning more about yourself and what truly matters to you. Celebrate the progress you're making, no matter how small, and trust that each step is bringing you closer to the fulfilling relationships you deserve. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. You are enough, just as you are. Confidence isn't something you have to achieve, it's something you uncover by recognizing your inherent worth. The right people will be drawn to your authenticity, your energy, and your unique spark. By showing up for yourself, you create a magnetic force that naturally attracts the kind of love and connection you desire. So go out there and shine. Be bold, be authentic, and most importantly, be yourself. Your journey to romantic success isn't about finding someone to complete you. It's about discovering how complete and powerful you already are. You've got this. The next chapter of your story is yours to write, and it's going to be extraordinary.